If this is a new Xander Zayas interview after his fight with Jaron Ennis.
Given a tweet right after the fight, any response to Terence Crawford, who had something to say?
Yeah, we ain't worried about what he got to say. He retired. You know, we focus on tasking and taking over this division. We ain't worried about no retired fighters.
Yeah, y'all keep on throwing Terence up. Terence told you he retired. Leave Terence alone. Let him do what he's supposed to do. Y'all mean have fun and enjoy his family.
Made it, baby. And they still want me to come out of retirement and whoop on some people. Hey, what more can I ask for, man? I'm blessed. Life is beautiful right now, and I'm enjoying every bit.
After defeating Xander Zayas by stoppage, Boots Ennis wasted no time setting his sights on the next big challenge. Right after the win, he made it clear that he wants a fight with Terence Crawford and publicly called him out.
I wouldn't worry about nothing that Xander had when it comes to Boots. I wouldn't worry about nothing at all. When he fights, I don't worry, man. I don't worry at all.
They can hear me, brother.
Instead of celebrating the victory and slowing down, Boots Ennis immediately turned his attention to one of the best fighters of this generation. By calling out Terence Crawford after a knockout win, he made his intentions clear. He is not focused on building an easy record or chasing simple victories. He wants the biggest fights, the toughest opponents, and the chance to prove himself against the very best.
I was determined to come out on Friday. Is that a realistic Friday you could see him coming out to fight you?
Oh,
Crawford?
I mean, I don't know. He retired, so that's what he's doing right now. He in retirement, he chilling. So
by calling out Crawford, Boots Ennis also put a lot of pressure on himself. Crawford is not just another title holder. He is one of the most skilled and dangerous fighters in boxing, known for making opponents pay for even the smallest mistakes. That is why fans are already asking the big question. Is Ennis truly ready to face someone at Crawford's level, or has his dominant knockout win over Xander Zayas given him more confidence than he should have?
Different than even him or any other fighters, but what is different about Jaron Ennis than a Terence Crawford or anyone else for that matter, but specifically Terence?
I'm just different. Y'all know I'm different.
But I remember a couple of weeks ago, there's Gillian Wallow put out a video, and Bud was on the other side saying, I would knock the Boots out. Like, did you watch that? And what was your reaction to that?
Oh, man, I'm in camp. I don't even worry about what he retired. I ain't worry about what going on. I'm like that. I'm focused on tasking him. And that's it.
Terence Crawford reacted to Boots Ennis' victory with a short but intriguing message posting, I'm going to keep my comments to myself, but you all get it, I hope. His response immediately added more excitement to the growing talk about a potential fight between them. While Boots celebrated his win and confidently called out Crawford, many saw Crawford's post as a reminder that facing him is a completely different challenge. The debate quickly spread across the boxing world. Boxing Massacre strongly backed Crawford, claiming Boots is overrated and saying Bud would have ended his career. Rick Glazer also dismissed the idea that Ennis is ready, arguing that Crawford would stop him because Ennis appeared to have a shaky chin after being hurt multiple times by Xander Zayas. In Rick's view, if Zayas could trouble Ennis, then Crawford would take full advantage of those openings and finish the fight. On the other hand, Boxing Barbecue believed the matchup may never happen if Crawford stays retired, but said fans will always compare their careers. Ray Jackson completely disagreed with the critics, boldly stating that Boots Ennis would beat Crawford, showing that many still believe Ennis has the youth, power, speed, and physical advantages to make life difficult for Bud. Nagy then asked the boxing community whether a retired Crawford could still defeat Boots if he returned today, a question that perfectly captured the divided opinions after Ennis stopped Zayas. Some fans believe Boots is entering his prime and has what it takes to challenge Crawford, while others feel Crawford's experience, timing, defense, and ring IQ would expose every weakness Ennis showed. Despite Crawford's subtle response, Boots appeared unfazed. Fresh off his impressive win over Xander Zayas, he remained focused on chasing the biggest fight possible and seemed even more motivated to prove he belongs in the ring with Crawford.
I come back to the corner, he like, yo, man. Yo, man, stop playing. I'm like,
yeah, he like to have fun, though.
Boots Ennis made it clear that if Terence Crawford is truly retired, then there is no way to settle the debate inside the ring. His response shifted the pressure onto Bud, suggesting that if Crawford genuinely believes he can beat him, the only way to prove it is by coming back and fighting instead of watching from the sidelines.
the show with Gilly, and he mentioned a bunch of names and just said, you know, are they going to be easy work or not? He said easy work to everybody, including Terence Crawford. You know, obviously he's had comments to Gilly about saying, you know, that he tried to make a fight with you. You were too young at the time. That's what your team said. Do you think any of this talk gets to a point where you get him to come out of retirement and face you?
Boots Ennis made it clear that he is confident against any opponent, whether it is Terence Crawford or any other top fighter in the division. He believes he has what it takes to beat whoever stands across the ring from him. His response was about more than just calling out Crawford. It showed that his confidence stays the same no matter who the opponent is. If Crawford decides to return, Boots says he is ready, and if another elite fighter steps up, he is just as prepared for that challenge.
Well, I want to get into some early Jaron life, like young, but being that you talked about that, I want to mention, because you're so talented in the ring, right?
Yeah.
Right away, as soon as you emerge, the boxing pundits and the public had to match you up with a Terence Crawford, right? Who was at the top of the game right now, because they couldn't see anybody else that could compete with him. So did you take that as a compliment?
I mean, I really don't be paying that too much mind. Like I be me, you know. I do this for me and my family type stuff. Like,
Right.
I know I got to carry my legacy.
Right.
And my brothers did it, you know, at a high level. My dad did it, so I just want to take my next into the next level. So I really wasn't like too. When I was coming, I really wasn't too worried about who was this, who was that. Like,
you was focused on what you was trying to do.
I know my task in hand was coming up. At that time, I was fighting for.
Boots Ennis explained that moving up in weight has made a noticeable difference because he feels stronger and more comfortable in the ring. Instead of seeing the higher weight as a challenge, he believes it has helped him perform at an even better level. That added strength has boosted his confidence and made him believe he is an even tougher opponent. With his speed, timing, and self-belief already in place, he now feels his physical strength matches his goals. That is why, when he says he is ready to face anyone, including Terence Crawford, his confidence feels even more convincing and continues to fuel the debate about a potential showdown.
You showing us you could switch hit and all of that and do it great from both sides. And I guess that's probably why Canelo welcomed you into camp for when he was going to fight Crawford. But how did that come out? Did you guys call them?
Well, him and my brother go way back. You know, my brother was in.
That's right.
It was in camp when he fought Mosley. And I think he was in camp for him when he fought Gomez, Alfonso Gomez.
Alfonso Gomez.
Yeah, so he was in camp with him twice, and him and my brother got a great relationship. I'm like, man, great relationship. So I'm like, might as well go out there and, you know, get in some shape. And I was getting ready for my fight, and that was my first fight moving up. So why not spar, you know, Canelo?
Bernie the boxer also shared his thoughts on a potential Jaron Ennis versus Terence Crawford fight, adding even more excitement to the ongoing debate. He viewed the matchup as a true test of skill and experience. Ennis has youth, size, speed, confidence, and now feels even stronger after moving up in weight. However, Crawford brings a different kind of challenge. He is known for his ring IQ, ability to adjust during a fight, and talent for taking advantage of every mistake his opponents make. That is why opinions remain divided. Boots has the tools to trouble almost anyone, but many believe Crawford's experience and complete skill set make him a unique challenge unlike any other.
47, obviously, you were winning big fights, but they attached you to Bud Crawford so much. And now you're at 154. Do you feel a lot stronger at that weight? Like, is it really that weight difference? Does it make a big difference, like making weight?
Yeah, for sure. I feel way stronger this weight class. I should have probably been moved up, but as you know, I was standing down there, you know, trying to, you know, be undisputed down there, and those guys were down there playing around, and so I had to, you know, move up, and then I think that was the best decision I made because I think I would have stayed at that weight for too long.
I said, there's part of you still wish you can fight him.
He's a retired fighter. If he come back, he come back.
No, no.
I'm different. I'm trying to tell you.
I believe
different.
that, but
I'm different.
Boy, different, man.
I'm different. I'm trying to tell you, I'm different. Y'all gonna see. You know.
Bernie made it clear that this discussion is about more than excitement or hype. He believes that if Boots Ennis wants to be mentioned alongside Terence Crawford, he must prove that his power, pressure, and confidence are enough to overcome a fighter who has consistently outclassed elite opponents throughout his career.
I want to ask you that question first. Can you answer that for me, Boots? If you see this interview and everybody's talking, or Boots fans or whoever it is, and everybody getting mad at me, I'm just asking you, if you're the number one contender for Earl Spence, why would you let Bud Crawford take your spot? Okay. Now, okay. Fine. I commend you on that, because let's just say you wanted those guys to fight for that way you can be undisputed. Okay, I'm going to let those guys fight because, I want to be undisputed. Okay. So we let you slide on that. Okay. Now, when this fight is made, just like most big fights, there's usually a rematch clause. Okay. So with these type of superstar fighters, we know they fight, infrequently. They fight less. It's not gonna be immediate. It's not gonna be. So let's say they fight. How much do you think the time would be for the rematch to happen? Because, like I said, it was a huge fight, right?
Jaron Boots Ennis spoke confidently about Terence Crawford and made it clear that he is not intimidated by his reputation. While he respects everything Crawford has accomplished in boxing, he believes he can beat him just like any other opponent. That confidence reflects the mindset Boots has right now. He is not looking for easy fights or safe options. Instead, he wants to face the biggest names of his generation. After stopping Xander Zayas, his belief in himself has only grown stronger. He feels more comfortable at the new weight, believes he is stronger than ever, and is convinced that his power, speed, and relentless pressure can challenge anyone. So, whether Crawford reacts online or fans continue to question his weaknesses, Boots remains focused and confident in his ability to prove himself inside the ring.
You've been tired of hearing about Terence Crawford throughout the build-up to this fight, but he did tweet something that definitely seemed like in relation to this fight, without saying much, but given a tweet right after the fight. Any response to Terence Crawford, who had something to say?
Yeah, we ain't worried about what he got saying. He retired. We focus on tasking and taking over this division. We ain't worried about retired fighters.
Yeah, y'all keep on throwing Terence up. Terence, he's retired. Leave Terence alone. Let him do what he's supposed to do. Y'all may have fun and enjoy his family.
Boots Ennis made it clear that after Boots' impressive stoppage of Xander Zayas, the team has no interest in taking an easier path. Instead, he named Sebastian Fundora as the next fighter they want to face, showing just how confident they are. Boots has settled into the new weight class, feels stronger than ever, and believes he is ready for another major challenge. Fundora presents a unique test with his height, reach, awkward style, and constant activity, making him one of the toughest fighters to prepare for. Even so, Bozy is confident that Boots has the speed, power, movement, and strength needed to handle that style. Following the dominant win over Zayas, Team Ennis sent a clear message. They are ready to take on another champion and continue chasing the biggest fights in the division.
They said Fundora. So he can be next. All right, thank you. All right, same here.
Way to go.
All right. Come on, man. What you look at me like that?
Shannon Sharp and Joe Johnson praised Boots Ennis for his dominant performance against Xander Zayas, describing it as a boxing masterclass from the opening round. They felt Boots controlled the fight with his speed, strength, sharp skills, and comfort at his new weight. Shannon also noted that once the action began, Zayas never looked like the physically stronger fighter, as Boots clearly imposed his size and power throughout the contest. At the same time, they pointed out that Boots became a little too relaxed during certain moments, leaving small openings for Zayas to land punches. While they were highly impressed with his overall performance, they also believed those lapses could become costly against an elite fighter like Terence Crawford, who is known for taking advantage of even the smallest mistakes.
He taking a lot of punishment in there, man. He taking a lot of punishment in there. Let me know when to go. Go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is this: when he came, when he switched, he started on the orthodox because he's an orthodox fighter.
Yes.
He went to southpaw. Ocho, every lead left he threw, he landed it. He was like, damn, 100%. I'm talking about flush. I'm like, damn, Xander, he doing all this, his head still. It's like, you know how they move that ball and they be punching that ball and they be going back and forth? Yeah. That's Xander's head. Shoulders moving, head right there. Ping,
right there.
Ping, hey, But Boots took a little beating too. Now
Hey, Joe, that
third round.
Come on, that third round. I mean, Booth said it. Booth said it. You know, when he talked to the commentator after the fight in that third round, I got a little bit lazy with my defense. Now he took some shots, and Joe, but most of the time he rolled with him. But that third round, and I'm surprised at Xander. Also that Boots being the puncher that he is, Xander chose to just stay in the pocket and just.
Oh man, you get out of range or move your head. I do both. Get out of range and move your damn head.
Yeah.
Boots showed me something though, because he took a little beating himself, Uncle Ocho, for him to still stay in there. Stay in that pocket like that.
Yeah.
And fight them. Oh man, listen. The only thing that concerns me is Boots fighting better competition. And guys who probably hit a little harder.
Yeah, I mean, especially once you go up to 154.
Well, he at 154 now. If he's talking about he might end up at 68. You start going to 60, 68. When you start getting middle and super middle, boy, look here, they knock your damn head.
Mill City Boxing also broke down the fight and highlighted how Jaron Boots Ennis put on a smart and disciplined performance. They explained that he used his skills effectively from start to finish, controlling the action with sharp timing, accurate punches, and a well-executed game plan that allowed him to dominate Xander Zayas.
Action to Jaron Boots Ennis stopping Xander Zayas in the 7th round. Great performance. I want to salute both of the fighters for putting it all on the line. Their undefeated records on the line. The young Puerto Rican unified champion, stepped up in competition when it came down to Jaron Boots Ennis. Lots of people believe that he is the phenom in boxing, the upcoming star in boxing. But was this performance that catapulted him for that? Well, first round, drops him. Second round, beats him. I say third round and fourth round, I felt like Xander Zayas had lots of success in those rounds. I felt like he hurt Jaron Boots Ennis. I seen Jaron Boots Ennis clinching in the third.
During the Xander Zayas fight companion, Teddy Atlas praised Jaron Boots Ennis for putting on a high-level performance and explained that the difference came down to talent, pressure, and discipline. He believed Boots entered the fight with more tools, including speed, power, movement, and confidence. As the fight progressed, Ennis controlled the pace, backed Zayas up, and forced him to react instead of letting him dictate the action. Rather than simply throwing punches, Boots systematically broke Zayas down and took control of the ring. However, Teddy also pointed out that Ennis became a little too comfortable at times, taking unnecessary risks because he was so far ahead. While that did not cost him against Zayas, Teddy warned that those same mistakes could be far more dangerous against elite opponents like Terence Crawford or Sebastian Fundora. His overall view was highly positive, but he stressed that the best fighters continue improving by eliminating small mistakes before facing the toughest competition.
Obviously, is the biggest fight of his career, biggest stage of his career. And Ennis has been around longer. They're both still young, because Zayas is about 4 years younger. But I think that the most interesting part of this is that Ennis is a guy that's been around, and we've always been waiting to anoint him as the next great one. He was welterweight champ. He cleaned out the welterweights, but he didn't clean them out until Crawford left. That was the fight we wanted to see. We never saw that.